So when I find myself in half guard here, sometimes either this underhook is unavailable to us, our opponent's beaten us with the underhook, or we make a calculation that we want to pass the guard to the mount instead. In this case, instead of fighting for the underhook, we're going to fight for the head control. That's going to be our primary control of our opponent. That's what's going to keep his back flat on the mat. Again, I pay attention to space at the near side hip, so I can block that with my knee if I need to. And now I'm going to come in, control the head. The detail here is my fingertips wrap into my opponent's armpit. I scoop my body down to make sure that I control his chin, not just the top of his face. And now I'm going to drive and smash my opponent down here. I like at this point to maintain my legs with a figure 4, so my leg doesn't get entangled in his guard, and I drive my hips. So I have a lot of hip pressure. I want my opponent to feel very uncomfortable here and unable to rock me from side to side. So again, I have a lot of hip pressure, a lot of shoulder pressure, and I have great base. So his face is being smashed this way with my shoulder. It makes bridging to the backside impossible. And we have so much base over here that he can try to push us over to this side all we want, and it's not going to happen. Now what we're trying to do is walk the outside point of this knee, this time, to the mat. So to do that, we can kind of just lean, and then we step our leg up that's entangled, and we drive our knee to the mat like we're stepping right through the mount, although we're still in half guard. Now I adjust myself up, keeping lots of pressure, staying heavy, and I'm going to use my elbow or hand to push his knee to the ground. Now we slide the knee over. We can come up and start looking to collect this arm. Or if he stays very tight, we're going to go straight to the head. Because really now, all that's left here is our ankle. So, staying heavy, now I can lock my hand together, switch, put lots of shoulder pressure, making him lift to the other side, and that's going to unlock his legs so we can mount. Half guard pass to mount. So let's look from another angle. So again, right away we take away space at his hip, at our opponent's hips. Come in, we gain control of our opponent's head. This can even happen if our opponent has an underhook on us. If he has an underhook and he's careless with his head, we drive. Lots of hip pressure, lots of shoulder pressure, making sure our opponent's back stays flat. Now, we're going to adjust and drive, rocking ourselves to this side. So we want to make sure his hips stay flat to the far side. We adjust our other leg like we've already mounted, and we push his knee to the mat. And it's going to be very hard if he's already on this side for him to resist, for him to cause us very many problems with his hand. If he tries to push, grab my arm, whatever, it's going to be very limited what he can do. Keep my elbow close to my body. We climb this knee over. At this point, sometimes we can pick up this arm, and this can carry us to mount, but oftentimes he'll be too strong here. So we keep the pressure, and now we're going to connect our hands, lift his head, switch, cupping his shoulder. Lots of shoulder pressure makes his face lift to the mat on the opposite side. And that'll make him unlock the guard for us so we can mount.